The success of every woman should be an inspiration to another. We are the strongest when we cheer each other on. With this inspirational quote by Serena Williams, I, Shweta, wish a very good morning to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this special event, Women in Leadership Series 14, organized by MLAC. I deem it a privilege to welcome our chief guest, Flight Lieutenant Kanchan Dwivedi, for today's event. Welcome, madam. I welcome Dr. Nagalakshmi BN, Principal MLAC, to this event. Welcome, madam. MLAC organizes Women in Leadership series since 2022. Currently, this is the 14th series in which participants will get an opportunity to listen to the journey of women achievers across life fields. This session strives to connect students with established female leaders in a variety of fields through webinars and discussion. Its aim is to inspire and empower women to engage in purposeful career and development. I call upon Ms. Neha to introduce the chief guest to the gathering.
To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. It's my privilege to introduce our chief guest of today, Flight Lieutenant Kanchan Dwivedi, founder of Inspire. She is a Stanford SEP 2016 alumna, CSU, East Bay, MBA, ex-Infosys, and a veteran of the Indian Air Force. Inspire is a pan-India, beyond India community of 500 plus progressive women working for the vision of empowering women and their holistic development. Ma'am is a member of Women Empowerment Committee at FKCCI, where she has conducted Entrepreneurs Fair and International Women's Day celebrations. She is a mentor and jury to school and engineering students and also to startup founders at AIM. She is honored to be a part of the Powerless Financial Express March 2023. She is awarded with Sadak Award by HAL Management Academy 2022 for conducting a campaign Apna Desh Apna Mask during COVID that impacted 100 million Indians, saved lives and helped India fight COVID on 0 rupees budget. Man is listed as top 10 women influencers in FinTech in India March 2022. She was honored with Super Achievers Award 2019. She is a believer that a life is worth living when it is spent in the service of others. Our resource person is a true multifaceted personality who engages herself in trekking, singing, swimming and horse riding. Without further ado, I request ma'am to take over the stage and share her words of wisdom and knowledge.
Thank you so much. I would like to begin by saying I want to thank Nagalakshmi ma'am for inviting me today for this leadership series. And while Nagalakshmi ma'am gave the consent, but it is Rajalakshmi ma'am, Rajeshwari ma'am who has been, sorry for that, who has been instrumental in getting me here. And so I'm really thankful to the management of Maharani Lakshmi Amman College to invite me over here to address all of you lovely girls. And it is a privilege for me, it is an honor for me to come to a college which is as reputed and so well known in Bangalore for education of women. And I'm very excited and delighted to be here. So just to give you a short gist, I started off with my career in the Air Force, and this is in 1997. So many years back, at a time when there were very few women, and we were amongst the second batch of women officers in the Indian Air Force. It was an unknown field that I was going into. I had no really a clue as to what ATC means. How will it be like when I go and start working in the Air Force with the men? In fact, many a times I got the feedback, and that feedback was even from my father. My father was in the army, and he had never seen women working with him. He had always seen men working with him. So he was also very apprehensive that how will my daughter go and work in the Air Force. But I persevered. I insisted that I would go and appear for the particular exam and start working there. So I didn't even listen to my family. But in a very good, this was not a rebellious decision. This was more of going and working in the Air Force, which was rebelling, yes, but it wasn't rebelling in a bad way. It wasn't like, for example, if you say that I will go and smoke, so that is rebelling in a way that might harm your body. But this was rebelling in a good way, in the sense that even though my father said, I don't think you should go and join the Air Force because it's mostly men, and how will you work over there? Maybe you will find it very difficult. So he, generally how your parents are or your loved ones are, they are like so protective that you shouldn't get hurt, that you shouldn't get disappointed, and they're always trying to think for you. But I didn't listen to him. I'm so glad that I didn't listen to him. Though he was right in some of the ways, and he wasn't completely wrong. We were the first batch of women officers. There were a lot of challenges for us when we went in. But you'll be very happy to know, all of you girls will be very happy to know that women like me, and also who have continued to be in the Air Force, Army or Navy, are the reason who persisted with the challenges, who ensured that men came to know that they are capable of flying fighter aircrafts, they are capable of being in submarines, on the ships, in frontline positions in the army today. It is because of women like them that today, and I'm also grateful to them because they have continued. I have moved out, so they are the real heroines here. So because of them, today we have permanent commission. Today, government has decided that women can also work for all of their lives in the Air Force, in the Army, in the defense. So it is due to the sacrifices of the women who came before us. It is because of their hard work, and because they persisted, that today we have the privileges. Because if they didn't perform well, then the government can say no, women are not fit for the armed forces and we don't need them. But it is thanks to the women who came, the leaders who came before us, that today we have the opportunity to go and apply. And I would urge a lot of you to contact me and think of joining the forces. It is an excellent place for women to first, of course, serve the nation. That is the foremost. Then, of course, as you're serving the nation, the kind of environment that you are in is amazing. So, very helpful colleagues are there. The working conditions are very, very, they're very nice in the forces. You get many opportunities. So I would say that, consider that as a very good alternative to whatever you are thinking of right now. So yeah, so that has been my the beginning phase of my life. But after that, I decided to at that point in time there was no permanent commission for women, and somehow I was looking for a permanent career. I was looking for more of a something that I can continue on for maybe whatever 10 years or so. So then I moved on to doing my MBA. Moved out of Air Force, doing my MBA from California State University, And the US education systems is also, by the way, today Indian education system is on par with the US education system. And of course, US education system is extremely nurturing of new ideas, and which is why I also cherish my stint in Stanford, where they promote creativity, where they promote innovation, experimenting with ideas. So I had a wonderful time learning a lot at Stanford also, and I continue to be in touch with my classmates at Stanford, and they are real role models that people who basically inspire me every day. So taking that degree, that gave me the confidence to jump or move into the corporate world, because it is not very easy to transition from being an air traffic controller to go and start working in a company like, let's say, Infosys. So that MBA gave me that confidence and the knowledge and that that experience to move into the corporate world. So I worked last for Infosys, an amazing company again. Founders, you would have heard of the founders, Narayan Murthy sir, Chris Gopalakrishnan, Nandan Nilekani, and many, I think there are 10 founders, so all of them are amazing. And they have created, I think, the modern workforce today of India, that India can be proud of, which is ethical, which is bright, which is hardworking, smart. So basically the IT revolution started from companies like Infosys, Wipro, the Premjis, because of the effort of those leaders. And post Infosys, in 2015 I decided to look at entrepreneurship. And that point in time, our Prime Minister, Shri Modi, he talked about Stand Up India and Startup India. This was in 2016. So I was in Hong Kong at that point in time, and I had been thinking about moving into startup world. But hearing him talk about that how people should think about taking up entrepreneurship, should start their businesses, should not think only about picking up a job. That's the time I started seriously. I got motivated to start a startup, and I started with something called Loan Genie. This was in 2016-17 period. I started with a fintech which is looking at providing small loans to people with low or no credit scores. Basically, banks refuse a lot of loans to people who don't have proper let's say credit scores or lower credit scores. So my idea was, can we use other information which is available, not only let's say the salary information, but other information, maybe after taking the consent of the people, maybe the mobile, from their mobile come to know what is the money coming in, what is the money going out, and there could be money, multiple things you can do ethically. Of course, it is all ethically with their consent. So I started Loan Genie, and then very recently, 2 years back, I started with Inspire, which is this women's community, which is India-wide. And it is not only India-wide, it is also beyond India. So we have women from California, Australia, then of course Singapore, Mauritius, etc. joining us. And all of these women have one connecting, I would say, link between all of them, that they are all progressive and they are all growth oriented. They want to do something now which makes them grow as an individual or as a professional or as an entrepreneur. So whatever they are doing, they want to move to the next level. So women, the college girls are there from various colleges. There are college girls from National College, Welling Cars, Christ University. There is also one particular university up north. I think it's called. I'm not getting the name right now, but anyway, so many college girls have also joined Inspire. So we are there on WhatsApp as a community, and the way to join it is, you can contact me on either the Inspire number, Inspire number or my personal number. Thank you. So, way to join it is you can ping me, you can DM me on this particular number, and I also try to do a ID check of the women who are coming in, because there are hundreds of women on the platform today. We have to think very seriously about their privacy and security. So privacy, why? Because a lot of times we share a lot of information which is very personal to us. Things like I am feeling very shy when I start talking in public, or things like when I go and talk to people, they don't take me seriously. So this is very private information. This information you don't want people who may use it against you. So if you have people with bad intent coming in, who will pretend to be somebody else, who will not give their DP picture, who will say, let's say I am, let's say Shweta, but she's not really Shweta. She's, she might be, Swati, for that matter. So there are people, not all, people, majority of the people are good, but there are also people who are out to take advantage of others. So just to ensure that we don't get these people on the platform, what we try to do is we do a ID check. So I always ask whoever lady is joining in. So sometimes women get annoyed with me that why is she asking me for iCard, because they feel that I am so above suspicion that nobody should ask me, because it should be evident. But the sad part is nobody can make out about your good character from your name or the way you interact with anybody. It is important. That is why in the college you have the whole, when you get admissions, you have the whole procedure. Give us your date of birth. Give us, not you're saying that I achieved whatever 70% in 10th is not enough. They want to see the mark sheet. So the thing is, it makes the process quicker. It makes the process smoother, because it is not only believing somebody, it is going by a fact, which is basically the certificate you have. So we have this procedure of ID verification from all the women. In fact, very recently, I think a DGM from a major bank joined in. And she also, basically, the Deputy General Manager is also sharing her, basically her identity. So it is not just, depending on person to person. Typically, we look at everybody sharing their ID to make sure that, this particular platform, Inspire, is safe for women, it is secure for women, and so that, no bad elements get on to this particular community. There are also corporate women from, let's say, Google and Infosys and ENY, a lot of other various companies, KPMG. So they have also joined in. And they're joining it from Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta. So today if you join and you want some help in, let's say, Calcutta, you're going to Calcutta, joining some college, joining some university, you're going for a visit to Calcutta. There was a lady who was from Uttarakhand who wanted to know what are the places to visit in, let's say, Calcutta. So these are the ways, it could be small way, it could be a really big way. People wanting to learn, let's say, Sanskrit. Right now, a little while back, I was sharing with your professors about, how one lady knew Sanskrit, and she has now got 2 clients on through Inspire, who are in Bangalore and elsewhere, and she's sitting out of Kerala. So she's based in Kerala, and she is able to connect with people in Karnataka because of platforms like Inspire. So basically, this is a support network. You come to know of information about events happening. Maybe if today an event like this is happening, I can post it on Inspire saying that I am going to speak or I am going to attend, let's say, at Maharani Amman College. And if you are interested, either come along or listen to the recording and gain from all of this. Because the thing is, knowledge should not be confined to basically you only. It should go out, and especially good good information, good knowledge should go across to many people, so that it benefits many more. So this is what Inspire is enabling today. Women are getting business because of Inspire. Sometimes, recently an entrepreneur had posted that she wants interns. to basically come and work for her in content writing, graphic designing and things like that. So this lady is getting maybe interns from the Inspire platform, because other girl students have joined Inspire platform and they can now connect with her. So all these interchanges are happening. We have entrepreneurs on the platform, and by the way, there is a girl student from PS College who is doing entrepreneurship. What she is doing is, she is making these handmade arts, basically pieces of art, I would say, or wall, I would say wall hanging or things like that. So that she is selling to corporates. So what happens is, corporates have a requirement to basically give to their employees, or gift, let's say during Diwali and things like that. So then they are looking for gifts. So sometimes, if you have a business like that, where you're making handicrafts or arts of crafts, you can actually connect with some corporate on maybe a platform like let's say Inspire, and work out a business deal there. So what we are encouraging is for women to also not only look at doing a job in a government institution or in a company. What we are saying is, the world is wide open. Today, if you have a skill or if you have an idea that this is a need in the market, we need to fulfill that. What can happen is, you can become an entrepreneur. I mean, right now after college, you can become an entrepreneur. Let's say you have learned stitching, so you start making dresses or suits and start selling them from home. So it requires a lot of hard work. Entrepreneurship is not easy, absolutely, but you can become one. And let's say a platform like Inspire today helps you to not only become but also sell your products, because in Inspire we have a group called Buy and Sell. So we have 12 groups under Inspire. So these are many groups like corporate, entrepreneur, finance, fashion, beauty, health, healthy eats, travel, Inspire Mom, Inspire Calm, because Calm is about mental health. So it touches really all the aspects of a woman's life. And why are we doing this? Because we believe that a woman is not only about just going and working and coming back. After work, she has to cook the food. She has to look at maybe the health of herself and her family. Also, today, in an age of Instagram and everything has to be on video and camera, appearances are very important. How you are looking, presentable, not presentable, it is important. And how do you get access to, let's say that dress? Because if the dress is, let's say, 25,000 rupees, of course it's beautiful, but it's not going to work for you. It has to be within your budget. And how do you come to know? So all these things are, you come to know because, let's say, somebody says, I know, you go to Chickpet, you go to this particular store, you get it made from there, I have the design, I can make it for you cheap, things like that. I am an entrepreneur, instead of getting you for 5,000, I can get you for 1,000, and things like that. So, can you imagine the power of getting together? And not only, let's say, see, today you are just Maharani Amman College here, and you are a bright bunch of girls, lot of potential here, and you have so many skills and talent here. But can you imagine so many more girls across the country with very diverse skills? So maybe you are very good at, let's say, for example, making dosa, but there might be a girl in Gujarat making dokla. And there is a girl in Uttarakhand who's, maybe selling, some millet or something like that, So all these things can be exchanged. Because maybe you would love to eat the khakra from Gujarat, or maybe somebody wants, murku from the south of India, because she doesn't know how to make murku, and you are an expert at making murku or brownies or cookies for that matter. So the thing is that whatever you are good at, you focus on that, and take it forward. So I would also like to, besides mentioning about what I'm doing, and so by the way, we are also on LinkedIn. So close to 100 women are there on LinkedIn, and the advantage of LinkedIn is that you get to know the background of the person like that. You don't need to ask them, where did you do your schooling from, where did you, what experience you have, everything is there on LinkedIn. So that's the advantage of LinkedIn. But the advantage of WhatsApp is the moment, whenever you want, you can open WhatsApp, many conversations going on, and basically you can connect more on a human level. It doesn't have to be what work are you doing. It could be interest level also. Are you interested in theatre? Are you interested in singing? You can connect, but you can't ask these questions on LinkedIn. Are you interested in singing? Because LinkedIn is only for work. And we are saying we are looking at 360 development of a woman's life, which is holistic development. Not because you are not only about work. We also have I would say homemakers. We have homemakers on our platform because a lot of the homemakers are educated. They have a lot of potential. They can become entrepreneurs. They can pick up a job, remote job. They can do part-time work. Many things they can do. But they're not having the opportunities, they're not having the contact. Because if you are in, let's say Mysuru, maybe you do not have connects with as many people that you would have connects with in, let's say, Bangalore. So you are struggling, you are capable, but you're struggling in Mysuru and other small cities of India. Not only, let's say you're in Bangalore. Or other, you were from, let's say I hail from a very small city called Bareilly. You're in a place like Bareilly or Muzaffarnagar, or it could be any city in India. You're sitting there feeling frustrated because you don't have a job and you can't, let's say, go out. For some reason you can't go out. You have to take care of your baby, you have to take care of your in-laws or whatever. You have to stay at home. So sometimes sitting at home also, you can not only get a job, remote work, but you can connect with other women. Every day you are in connect with close to 400, 500 women. Anything you need, you can put it over there. That, this is my requirement. I am thinking of picking up something in psychology. Can somebody help me? Can somebody advise me? What careers will I have? So any kind of information that you want can be done on this particular platform. So I would encourage actually all of you to come join in. All of you can join in because this is online. There is no pressure to basically put anything or nobody's asking you. All you have to do is introduce yourself. Who are you? What value do you bring? What is that you're looking for? Simple things. And the thing is, unless you try to reach out for doing something, things will not happen on their own. So if you think by magic something will happen, nothing is going to happen, so you will have to make an effort. And also you have to make people know what are you doing, what have you done, what can you do. All these things are not show off. They are very important because nobody can do telepathy with you. That is why the language of communication is there, that you have to speak, I am good at this. And besides saying that, you have to obviously prove it. By your work you have to prove it. Not only by saying, you have to prove it with your work. So we are a great believer in asking for things, doing something for others, helping out others. So this is what the community is all about. So and lastly, I would also like to share a couple of things that I have learned in my life with you. So one is, I would say, be curious about things, about let's say your subjects. Try to go into depth of your subject. Whatever is given in your syllabus, try to find out more. Learn not only from your books, I would say, learn from your friends, your teachers. Learn from everyone you meet, not only in the school but outside of school. So be curious and never stop learning. Because today is a world that the moment you stop learning, you are basically outdated, and then you cannot basically interact with others. So that would be the first one. Then I would say that be bold. So you have learned things, but if you keep quiet, you shut your mouth, you're shy, nobody will come to know what knowledge you have. It is very important. So when you speak, it doesn't mean you're being disrespectful to anybody. When you speak, you also be aware of whether the other person is listening to you or they are yawning or whatever. And then, depending on, change the subject and things like that. So you have to be bold bold in life. Be bold in life, not only in speaking, in your action also. So you have spoken something, now you have learned something, now it is time to go out in the world and do exactly those things. Maybe you have learned cooking or sewing or something like that. Now is the time, be bold. Let's say if you want to become an entrepreneur, become an entrepreneur. So nobody will give you a manual saying that this is how you become an entrepreneur. So sometimes you have to also go with a gut feeling, that what does my heart say, and then go into it. So be bold about it. So that is the second thing. The third thing I would say, experiment more. So you are young, now is the time to experiment. And what does that mean? So let's say you have been thinking that, I am interested in 3 fields of study. So which one should I pick up? So let's say you are in college right now, let's say you have 3 years with you, and you are, for example, you are doing bachelor's in communications. You have 3 years to basically find out what exactly is it that you are good at. So maybe one time you can do content creation, maybe internship in content creation. Next time, because you are in communications, you can do internship in graphic designing. So what I'm trying to say is that, try to experiment more and more to learn about yourself. And nobody can tell you that, this is good for you. You can only learn by getting into it, doing it and discovering, no, I'm not good at it. Now I need to switch to some other thing. It is okay. So therefore, you have to experiment. So think of experimenting more and more. As you are experimenting, what you will find, be okay with failure. So this is the other point which I would like to tell you is that as you're experimenting, you might fail, you might succeed. But don't be afraid because you're going to fail, because it's going to look bad. Don't be afraid to try out that path. What if I fail? I will not try this. Don't do that. So try it and see. Maybe you will succeed, maybe you will not succeed. It is okay to fail. That should also be okay, because failure is a big blot. Oh, she failed in this, she couldn't do this, it is the end. No, it is not the end. So, like they say, failure is not final. Failure is not final and success is not eternal. If you get success, don't be complacent. Don't think that, oh, I am everything, I know everything, nobody knows anything. Have the hunger to learn still after having a lot of success. You are topping your class, still have that learning nature that, can I learn some more? So what? I am topping in my class here in Bangalore. What about, the rest of the world? There is so much to learn. And the other thing is, it is not only about topping. It doesn't mean number 1 is everything and number 2 is nothing. It's just that, at that point in time, you were able to focus more, able to get very good marks. Maybe you have the ability also. I mean, there is no doubting that people who top have the ability. So we're not saying people who top are nothing. So try to have a balance. So which is why I would say, don't be thinking about failure and let it stop you. The other thing is also you have to persevere. When you are experimenting and you find success in a particular field, then you have to keep working on that and keep honing it, working hard and smart at that particular route that you have found, so that you find more success. So, one is experimenting, failing, and then succeeding, and then persevering with that particular area. So this way, in all of these things, as you are learning, experimenting, failing, persevering, what will happen is you will discover yourselves. It is very important to know who you are. So in all of this process, as you are failing, succeeding, you are learning what is my strength, what is my weakness, and that will help you in your life. So it is very important to know what is your strength, and also important to know what you can't do. What is your weakness? So those are the two things, and this is called discovering yourself. Very important to discover yourself. So it is not enough to not only discover yourselves, be very aware of people around you. So be curious about people around you. What exactly is my friend X doing? Why doing? Best friend, what is she doing? Why is she doing whatever she is doing? So be curious about others also. Others that you meet. You're meeting me today. So you should have a lot of questions. Why did she do this, etc. So that way, the thing is, the more you come to know about others, maybe you learn from mistakes of others. This is what she did, and maybe she failed because of this, that reason. I might not do it. So by being in touch with others, by knowing more about others, oh, she's doing MS in this subject, okay, I can also do, then you learn from others. So not only discover about yourselves, be curious about others around you. So your friends, teachers, outside world, everywhere you go, try to discover more about them. Now when you discover more about other people, what is happening is, that letting that information go is not a great thing. What you must now do is forge bonds. Form bonds with the other person basis this knowledge. Now that you know that person is interested in, let's say defense, for example. So now can you maybe pick up a topic which is common to you and things like that, and build a relationship basis that. So all of this, getting to know others and yourself, is to form bonds and connections with others. Yeah. So those, so these are, as you form bonds and all, basically that helps you in life. The connections will help you in life. So this is why it is important to form bonds. So, so these are, some of the lessons that I have learned in my life that, I would like that you also to think about and also implement it in your life as you go forward. So with this, actually, I have, I'm done with what I had to say, and I would love to know now what are the, things that, that you're curious about, to know more from me. So some questions are welcome.
The session is now open for discussion. So any questions, please?
Ma'am, I'm Shweta from second year MSc
Hi.
Biochemistry. What made you think about Inspire as the title of your community?
Sure, thanks. That's a very good question. Basically, by the way, the Inspire community started because we participated in an international hackathon. It is called Financial Alliance for Women Hackathon, and there they were asking for ideas which are basically solutions for women's problems. So I put together this idea that women from, let's say, colleges and corporates, entrepreneurs and homemakers, what are the problems that they face, and how can we look at providing information to, let's say, college girls, internships to college girls, or jobs for, let's say, women who are searching for jobs. Women in the corporate need mentoring. So how can we basically create these solutions for all the challenges women are facing in multiple stages of their life? So this particular idea got selected as the top 15 ideas in 15 startups in the world. And so from there, that idea started. Then I formed a community, and within no time, basically women started joining. The idea, I think I fixated on Inspire because, I wanted women to feel motivated when they basically, thought or looked at that particular platform to do something which aids in the growth of the woman. So growth of the woman could be, growing, just having the confidence. Maybe I don't have the confidence today, but maybe after interacting on the community Inspire, maybe I get the confidence that, X is being confident, speaking nicely. So, what's the harm? I can also do that. I can also be genuine and, do that. So I think, so that was the genesis. that I wanted women to feel motivated, excited, feel positive when they heard or when they read about Inspire. And I thought this was brief. It is just one word, and it is not about. It is not only about yourself. This Inspire platform is not only about inspiring yourself, but it is also inspiring others. So from that word inspire, I feel that duality can exist. And not only are you thinking that I can be the best version of myself, but you're also thinking how can I help others become best versions of themselves. So that was the thinking behind Inspire. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Surya. I'm from final year BA. I have a question. What was the challenges you have faced throughout your journey, ma'am?
In my journey?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So actually, yeah. So being a woman startup entrepreneur today, I would say the statistic is close to 15% of women are entrepreneurs today. Very few women are taking entrepreneurship because I am actually also a judge in many of the startup competitions. And the sad reality is I see a lot of boys, students who basically are pitching. But I see lesser percentage of women, girls, who are pitching in these contests also. So this is not only a statistic, this is actually what I've seen in real life. So because of this smaller percentage of women, the thing is that the challenges are things like very few women end up getting, let's say, the funding. So the statistic is I think some 0.5% of the percentage or maybe 1% of the women entrepreneurs out of, let's say, 100 men, they end up getting the money to start their business. So that could be a challenge. And the other thing is also the challenges, because we are not a lot of us, a lot of the challenges are also created by women ourselves. So then, a lot of the times I put a lot of questions in our mind. Shall I do this? Are women supposed to do this? So I think even if the challenges are there outside, because there are a lot of self-doubts that we create, as a woman I create, I end up not experimenting. I end up hesitating. I end up not speaking. I end up not following up. So there are a lot of faults which are there in me also, which is a challenge. So it is not only everything outside, but I think I need to work on myself also. Then because not a lot of women entrepreneurs are there, and then there is not a lot of networking happening, I guess, what ends up happening is we don't meet up so often as women entrepreneurs. We don't share challenges, and this is what we are trying to take care of through Inspire. What we are trying to say is that there are many other women entrepreneurs. If they have problems, speak up, and if they speak up, you help them. So so in a way, whatever challenges I am facing as an entrepreneur, Inspire is also helping out others in the same field. Getting women entrepreneurs together, because one is, if you're just 15 women, it is better you meet often. It is better that you interact often. Meeting often is also not enough. You should interact. Interacting is also not enough. You should actually get help. So those are also the challenges that women don't network so much, or I might not share so much with basically other women entrepreneurs, and they might not have the resources to tell me what is happening because they don't also have the experience. So let's say if we have senior women entrepreneurs, just like men. So let's say if 80 men basically are graduating every year or becoming entrepreneurs, only 20 women are becoming entrepreneurs. So let's say our seniors also, the women entrepreneurs will be only 20, right? Because less number of women are taking up. So effectively, because of that challenge also. And a lot of the times women are also not, and maybe I am also not confiding with men so openly. I'm hesitant a lot. So those are, some of the challenges which I feel. Then of course, there are a lot of responsibilities for women. They're multitasking. So for men, it will be, one single focus, that is business, and that is it. But for women, they're thinking of, I have to cook food also. I'll go and do my walking also. I'll do yoga also, and things like that. Of course, men are also becoming more aware. Men are also taking up cooking. It's not, it's so dark a world. But these are the challenges actually women, and especially if you are a middle-aged woman entrepreneur, if you have children at home, if you have family at home, it becomes very difficult for the woman to focus solely on the business. Sometimes client meeting will be coming up and somebody is sick at home. So I have had cases when the woman says, I will take care of my child instead of going for the meeting because that is important. But slowly, the good thing is, what is also happening is the society is also maturing. The client might say, I understand that you have a kid who's sick or you have somebody to take care of. Can we do this meeting some other time? So it can also happen that because the society is also maturing slowly, it is not the old world where you lose the business because you were not there that particular day. It is there is a lot more clients available, a lot more openness, transparency. But there are challenges. There is no denying it. And the positive thing is the government is doing quite a lot. We have a women entrepreneurship platform which is started by Niti Aayog. We have special policies for women in Karnataka where I think 30% of the funding goes to women. So yes, women are facing challenges in funding, yes. But at the same time, it is not very sad kind of. There are women who are getting funding because of the schemes, because of the policies which exist for women. So a lot of good things are happening. But still a lot needs to be done. So like they say, the 15% mark should go up to at least 50% of women. Why not 50% of women as entrepreneurs? More and more women to come up. And then there are also the attitudes of people, by the way. Like I was talking to somebody and then that person was saying that I haven't seen women in the market coming and they're not encouraged. So me being from a forces background, I don't pay attention to all this. If I hear things like that, if women have not come, that's not my problem. I will go. As long as it is safe, it is not a bad business transaction, I will go there and find out if I can get. So those are the mindset of the other people also is there, but I don't let that affect me. I say, if they haven't and, if there are not many women entrepreneurs, so what, I'll still go ahead and do it. So sometimes you have to take calls which people will not encourage you for and they are not expected from you. So, and entrepreneurship is not an easy journey, I will tell you that also. If you're thinking of taking up, do it with a lot of, after a lot of talking to other entrepreneurs and seeing your situation, because not everybody is ready for entrepreneurship. Many a times you basically need to have some money basically with you, maybe your parents give you, your friends give you, basically government gives you, college gives you, somebody has to maybe support you. Then only can you go in for entrepreneurship. But if you are in a situation where you need the money basically to maybe for your family, for yourself, then in which case job could be the best. But that is what I'm trying to say is because I started off working in a government job and today here I am as an entrepreneur, as a founder of Inspire. So I didn't stick to that government job. So I'm not saying that once you take up a job, you will always be in that job. Maybe you can, if it is not working out for you, then you can drop that job and think of other things that you can experiment with. But at the same time, if you are doing a particular job, that doesn't mean that you're not innovating. There is so much potential within a working environment also. that you can keep innovating, you can keep coming up with new things, even in a job also. So if you are doing a job, it is secure, the money is coming in every month. You also obviously you are getting promoted or whatever. So doing a job is also a great option, by the way. So we encourage that also, as well as entrepreneurship. But not everyone is meant to do everything. Some people may not be meant to do a job, and some people may not be meant to do not meant for entrepreneurship. So that is there. Thanks.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Padma. I am from first year BA. So my question is, on basis of which exam you have been selected for Air Force, and how did you prepare for that?
Right, thank you. So actually, when I appeared for my exam, that was 1997. So that is actually many years back, and things have really changed since I appeared. But when I appeared, we had basically something called an SSV interview, in which we were asked for reasoning questions, we were asked for psychological questions. There was group discussion. There was a group discussion which happened. There was basically a team activity, physical activity which happened. We had to jump over hurdles, we had to walk across on a very narrow path, we had to take the rope and things like that. So physical activity, group physical activity, your personally you were supposed to complete that physical activity. So personally you should be fit, as well as when you're working in a group, then also how are you functioning. And the things that they look out for, I think, and which really helped me were, I think, when especially being physically fit. So continuously, if you're, let's say you're taking up NCC in your college. So do you have NCC? Okay, right. So things like that will, prepare you physically in order to prepare for that, let's say, interview. Other than NCC also, if you have the time, go for running yourself. I encourage women to be more active physically. Even if you don't have an ounce of fat on your body, you should still go out every day, jog, run, do yoga, do swimming, cycling, volleyball. It could be any activity. But indulge in some activity every day, at least for half an hour. And meditation is the other thing which I would say has helped me, and I would also encourage you to also take up meditation. I meditate 15 minutes every day, and meditation has helped me find a balance in my life. Losing your temper, getting angry at people, getting frustrated, getting depressed, all this meditation can help you with all of this, and it is very important. It's like when you're breathing, you don't even come to know you're breathing, right? But breathing is very important. The moment it stops, everything goes wrong. Similarly, eating is very important. Similarly, until unless you do some kind of physical activity every day, meditation for mental health, you won't notice the basically advantages when you're doing it. But you stop it and you see how much of an effect, adverse effect it has. So those things will also, by the way, also help you in your interview. You're thinking, how will running help me? But especially the parts where you're supposed to be doing excelling on your own, not as a group. They look at you as an individual also. Then as a group. So for group, I will advise you, it is very important to work as a team. So in a group, it is not about how brilliant I am or how amazing I am. Nobody likes that person who keeps saying, I'm so amazing, I'm so brilliant. So when you are in a group, try to work as a team. You may be topper, but there will be some skills. Now it is time for you to learn. There will be certain, you can't know everything. You are not a robo. Like today in the AI world, you go to ChatGPT, type anything, that person knows everything. You are not ChatGPT. You will be excelling in science, yes. But arts, you are zero in arts. You don't have sense of maybe how to dress very well. But that girl in arts has knowledge. So when you're a team, look out for people who can bring complementary skills. You can't speak, but that doesn't mean that you're a dumbo. That means that maybe you're very sharp, but unable to express. This other person's very sharp, but is not scoring like 100% in exams. It's okay. So the thing is, in a team, you actually don't try to think that project yourself, or don't try to think you're the best. The objective is getting the work done. It is not I was the one who got it done. The thing is, the team has to get the work done somehow. So even if you're having hot discussions or whatever, can you do the task which you were assigned? Can you bring that particular thing from there to here or not? If you're fighting as a team, you will not even get to the point of picking it up. But if you're a team who is working like nobody is the best, everybody is together, nobody will be left behind, we have to ensure everybody is with us. You see, in the team, somebody will go quickly forward, others will be lagging behind. You don't drop that person because this person is lagging behind. You have to take them. So that team spirit also they say, they see. Now in a team spirit, that is fine, but also you have to have leadership skills. So if in a team everybody says, I'm fine with everything, then how will you take a decision? So then somebody has to take the decision, somebody has to be the leader. So leadership skills also they look out for. That if nobody is deciding anything, how about you take up the charge? Nobody is saying that you become the leader. You yourself take the initiative. That can I do this thing? Can I go there? Can I help you? So even helping others is leadership, by the way. It is not only everybody follow me. It is also seeing that nobody gets left behind, and you can't speak up. Can you speak up and tell me what is your problem? Or can I help you? So that is also leadership. So those are the things that they see in a group thing. Other thing is in a group discussion, all the girls over here I've seen, by the way, I have seen in a group discussion the girls are not even speaking. This is an MBA interview. Boys are quickly speaking, the girls are not speaking. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them were speaking, but very few. So the thing is, like I mentioned, if you have ideas, you don't speak up, what will happen? Nobody will come to know. Nobody is doing mind reading. You have to start cultivating it. Maybe you stand in front of a mirror, you talk to your sister, you talk to your bestie, that help me with speaking up. Whatever I have, I'm fumbling, I'm not able to put sentences together, so what? Initially everybody fumbles. I used to be so miserable. But it is only by practice you become better. Nobody is perfect from the day one. Those are things that you have to look out for. Confidence is another one. They are looking for leaders, because you are leading men and women into the battleground. You are saying we have to die for the nation. How will you ask people to die if you are not able to speak? If you are not able to inspire them, then let's go. Let's do this. What's the problem? So they are looking for leaders for confidence. Those are some of the things that they are looking out for. So by the way, there are academies also which help you do this. There's a wonderful academy in Bangalore itself, which is run by very good leader from the army. There is one particular startup that my basically coursemate runs in Nagpur. So basically because they're aware of what are the things that are required, they basically train you for those things. Just like they help you prepare for medicals and engineering colleges. You have all these institutes. So similarly, for the Air Force, Army, Navy, there are institutes which are being run by by these people who were in the defense earlier, defense officers, and these academies train you. So you can actually go there, be there for 10 days, a month or something like that if you get selected. You can do that also. There is also another point of view which says don't go to any academy, be natural. So I have met some people also like that who say that we are not going to any academy because the academy will train us in a certain way, which will make us, very run of the mill, like cookie cutter. Basically, everybody is speaking a certain way, everybody is trained in a certain way. We want to retain our authentic nature, and we feel our authentic nature is good enough. It has leadership, it has confidence, it has team spirit. All those qualities are already there. If you are smart, intelligent, everything is there. So they feel that going to an academy will take away those, basically the authentic nature, self. So that's why they don't go to the academy, and some of them, they don't go to the academy, get selected because they have good qualities in them. But some of them, they require the grooming basically to make it. Those are the qualities. Well.
Hello ma'am, I'm Hina Fatima from first year BCom. I would like to ask you that what inspired you to join Air Force?
Yeah, thank you. So I got inspired, I think, because of my father. Because he was in the army, and I had grown up seeing him wearing the uniform, and he always had a great life in the army, and I wanted to do my father proud by joining the army. But unfortunately, the particular qualification required for joining that particular arm of army, which is ASC, was not there, with me. And I didn't want to do a master's in, I think, food technology. I was a BSc, and for joining that particular arm of army, I had to be a MSc in food technology. So I didn't want to do that, but I still decided to join. There's an opportunity which came up for Air Force in ATC, and they said BSc people are fine, they can join. But then I applied because I wanted to basically be, and then plus, not only because my father and what I'd seen throughout my life, it was a great career. It offered a secure job. From day one, you're a gazetted officer. There's a lot of respect within the society for people from the defense forces because of the sacrifices that they make, because the kind of job that they do. So plus the salary also was pretty good. The kind of when you join the forces, what ends up happening is you stay in these places called cantonments, which are separate from the rest of the areas. In the cantonments, I think some of you could be from the defense background. In the cantonments, a lot of your life is already taken care of. You get accommodation straight away. You don't have to find for a rented accommodation or struggle to get. So immediately one house will be allotted to you. You don't have to think about where will the electricity come from, water come from, this and that. Schools are nearby. There would be some transport going to the school and things like that. Your office is nearby. So the roads, etc. If you go inside a cantonment and all, everything is so well organized. There are no broken roads and things like that. There are hardly any challenges in life as you are, staying in a cantonment. So those are, some of the things I would say perks. And then of course, the life over there is also, people from all across India. So if you have Bangalore CAN, you not only will have people from Karnataka in Bangalore CAN, but there will be women and men from Chennai, from Punjab, from Uttarakhand, from Bengal, Bhopal, Biharis, from all across India. So it is a melting pot. Basically what I'm trying to say, of cultures, of religions, of regions. So, and everywhere you go, you have the same thing. Even if you go to Punjab, it won't, that Punjab CAN will have people from Karnataka, Chennai, Kerala. So, you end up having the same mix in the CANs, which is all of India basically. That you're interacting with. So those are the reasons I think why a career in the forces is attractive.
Good
afternoon, ma'am. I'm Shivani from second year BA. Ma'am, what is the inspiration you got to become an entrepreneur?
Right, great questions. Right, so actually, I after 2015, I was in Hong Kong, and I came across something called a new concept called fintech. So I had spent quite a lot of years. I had seen how working in the government is, how working in the corporate is. Was working with Infosys in Hong Kong also. So by this time around, I had a little bit of an idea of how the corporate works and everything. So now that a new thing like fintech came, which was looking at basically democratizing finance, which means that basically what they were saying was we will take away the friction in finance. What it means to say is that especially in early days when you wanted to take a loan, there would be many documentations, and many times your loan application would be rejected. Even let's say payments for that matter. Today you have UPI, right? And UPI, within a matter of seconds, you are paying to your, let's say, auto driver or the fruit seller next door. All he has to have or she has to have is one QR code, right? And QR code happened because of Paytm and UPI, etc. So basically, because of all these innovations, these innovations are happening in the startup world. They are not happening in old companies. They are not happening in State Bank of India for that matter. Let's say, for example. So of course, State Bank of India today has QR code. They have UPI, everything. But it didn't start with State Bank of India. They didn't start with it. So typically, what happens is in companies, there's innovation. Comes in one is it is happening in pockets within companies. So let's say the innovation department will be taking care of. Not everybody is innovating in a company. The second thing is they sometimes what happens is if the company is unable to become innovative, what they do is they buy that company which is innovative. So let's say if you are a small company startup and you've done something very which is fresh and innovative idea, the bigger company will just acquire you because they will, instead of trying to do the same thing on their own, they will acquire you. So what was, I could see the opportunity coming up similarly in fintech also. What fintech was saying was that what we will do to the financial world, where money exchanges happen, where loans are being given, what we will do is we will ensure that this exchange of money, buying and selling becomes easier, let's say because of UPI, or giving that loan becomes easier. So today we have many fintechs. We have Crazy Bee, we have Early Salary, and many other fintechs which are there. So these fintechs have made giving loans or taking loans very easy. Today you can take a 3,000 rupees loan. Paytm says take loan from me. And many other fintechs are saying take a loan from us. This all is possible because of a startup. So I also got excited. I saw that there is a problem in the market, that people are finding it difficult to, let's say, take loans. So I thought, why don't I come up with an idea that looks at combining or compiling all of the alternate information which is there of an individual and using that information to give that person a loan. So that is what I did.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a thought-provoking and inspirational talk. And I want one of them to give the feedback.
Thank you, ma'am. You have helped us so much because we know only about the books and what we study, but the outer world, and we got to know many things from you. Thanks a lot for being here. We are all privileged for being you here. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a motivation speech that you have given, and you have clarified so many doubts which the students have. Definitely, yes. There is somewhere we call it as 360 degree again. So where if not one aspect or one sector, there's another sector is open for the students. So I request our students to take away where not to have a very good career, you can motivate them again by having in contact with them. So where you have inspire, so in the form of an corporate or entrepreneur or any field. So we also request from your side the feedback of the students and feedback for the MLAC.
No, so today has been really, very exciting for me. Great to see the curiosity that you have. So it is wonderful to see the curiosity that you have towards defense. So by the way, yesterday was my birthday, and thank you so much. That is so sweet. But I think I ended up eating a lot of cream cake. That is now interfering with my vocal cords because it has not happened to me ever before. So yeah, so it's been wonderful. It is always a pleasure to talk to girls, young girls like you, and also see that you have so much of potential today, and there's so many avenues for you open. And so, which is why I encourage you, come join Inspire, connect with amazing women who are scientists, who are poets, who are entrepreneurs, who are homemakers, skilled at laddu making. They are drone entrepreneurs. So there is so much that you can learn from not only girls here, but also girls across the country, women who are more senior to you, and this is a thing that you can do sitting at home. Don't have to go anywhere. The WhatsApp is open in front of you every day. So, by the way, take my number down and contact me at 910. I'll give you my number because the other thing is, all of you girls, I will request you to do contact me and follow up with me. What ends up happening is, one is you think, some inspired thing, it must be something, and you forget about it. Because life is so fast moving, you don't end up contacting. Number two, you contact me, but I don't respond back. Maybe I'm very busy. And it is very difficult for me to basically keep asking. So 3 things I ask. What is your name? Which college are you from? Which stream are you from? Your ID card. And basically, what are you interested in doing? Let's say I am interested in communications career. You have to not only share what you are doing, but you have to also share, I am doing commerce, but I am interested in internship in marketing or something like that. You can share. What are you interested in doing next? Internship or a job or something like that. So these 3-4 things will take a little bit of back and forth. Hi, how are you? I am ma'am, I'm so and so. You can call me Kanchan also, by the way. I don't believe in being very formal. So, because I am dealing with many people who are, 30-40 years my seniors, and they tell me, call me by my name. So, I am learning from their example and telling you can call me by my name. So, the thing is, the back and forth will take few sessions. What is your name? Then the person keeps quiet. Then I'll ask them, show me your ID. Then again there is, the silence. If you can also, quickly provide me all these things together. And sometimes I might not respond. So you have to follow up. Ma'am, what happened? I want to join Inspire. You have to be persistent, at times. So I am keen to onboard girls and women. So, and also your friends circle. Not necessarily Maharani Amman also. It could be anywhere in India. Could be your relative. So my relatives have joined Inspire. My friends have joined Inspire. So it is not only me that they are connecting with. There are hundreds of women they are connecting with. They are professors, there are students. So do take my number and contact me and follow up with me till you join Inspire. And the way to join Inspire is, basically either I add you or I send you links to join WhatsApp community. If you're there on LinkedIn, then basically you have to let me know I want to join on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn group is also there. There also you can join. So it is 910 861 5666. So it is Flight Lieutenant Kanchan Dwivedi Inspire. So if you can just ping me, I would love to add you to Inspire. 12 different groups are there, and you can join, any of them, all of them, some of them, depends on what your interest is. So please do connect, because you may not need the job and internship today, but you may need it after 2 years. So my advice is never dig the well when you are thirsty. Dig the well when you don't need to drink water. So, and moreover, relationships are not built in one day. On single day, they're not built. You have to meet a person, say hi to them, I'm so and so, put some articles over there, and also be active on the group. Because we want to know what you are thinking. This group has women from 18 plus to 80 plus. So we want to know everybody who's thinking what. And nobody's thinking is bad, and every woman is unique. So, when I was very young, I used to think, my God, I don't have any qualifications, I'm just a graduate. But it takes time to build up those qualifications, it takes time to build up your skills. So never be shy. Until unless you say, I need this, I want to go here, can you advise me? How can anything happen? So today you may be, just undergraduate, but you will have to reach out to other people around you in order to build your thing up. And moreover, the thing is, never stop learning. Even after you graduate from Maharani Amman College, you get a job, you get married, whatever you do, continue to learn in your life. Pick up a job, not able to do a job, learn at home, do work from home. So always be in touch with others who are growing and who bring you confidence, who build up your personality and things like that. So graduation will not be the end of your learning. Don't think that at all, because today's world, learning is continuous. Throughout your life, think of that. I have to keep learning. I have to keep working. I have to be independent throughout your life. You have to be independent. Our mission for Inspire is that we want to empower women to live life on your terms. So you have to be independent in life. Whatever you do, you're sitting at home, you're good at making pickles, start selling pickles. Earn money, be independent. That is what we try to say. So you can be at home also, that is not a problem. Sometimes you can't help it. When you go outside also, you can do a government job also, corporate job also, you can do an entrepreneur also. But you have to be independent. The moment, because how will you take your decision? How will you decide what I want to do in life? Tomorrow you want to go to Delhi. Can you go to Delhi if you don't have the money? So the thing is, there are times when you will have to take a break. It is okay, take a break, but don't think that sitting at home and being dependent, I would say it is very important for women and men to be independent. Men who are independent, they are expected. But it is time now that we expected women to be also independent throughout their lives. Throughout their lives. It is extremely important. Thank you.
Thank you for such a wonderful feedback, ma'am. It means a lot to us. May I now request Shweta to propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of organizing team, it is my privilege to propose vote of thanks for the event. A heartfelt gratitude and respect for the distinguished speaker for spending her valuable time and gracing this event. It was very impactful, ma'am.
Thank you.
I also thank our principal, Dr. Nagalakshmi BN, Vice Principal, Professor Sharmishta Datta, and Administrative Officer, Dr. Annadanesh PA. Staff and students who graced the occasion, thank you all.